1 year on since Bola Tinubu became Nigeria's president, many Nigerians feel that his promise of renewed hope remains largely unfulfilled. Tinubu assumed office with a big promise of new hope for Nigerians during a time of unprecedented challenges for Africa's most populous country. Tinubu's manifesto prioritized creating jobs, boosting local production of goods, investing in agriculture and public infrastructure, as well as enhancing national security. While Tinubu's first year in office has been marked by active policy making and reforms aimed at addressing Nigeria's multifaceted challenges, progress has been uneven. Economic recovery has been slow, with many Nigerians still struggling with inflation and unemployment. Above all, subsidy hardly left in 2023 after it was pronounced gone. Government says it expended a staggering 3.6 trillion naira on subsidies in 2023. Joining us now is Chief Bode George, an elder statesman and former military governor of Ondo State. Good morning, Chief George, and welcome to the morning show.
It's always my pleasure to be with you guys.
Well, morning, sir. Thank you for joining us. Well, quickly, I think the matter is fairly straightforward.
Thank you. Yeah.
Your assessment of 1 year of President Tinubu in office, and also the performance of the ministers who have been with him for about 8-9 months. What do you think?
You know, I need to be fair. I need to be very fair. Because at this age, getting to the 8th floor in the age ladder, we must tell the truth to power. The performance of any government in the first year, you can forgive them, because as an engineer, we look at that as a learning curve, the first year, because he wasn't in government before, and he had never been in government before. I told a lot of my friends and my colleagues in the political side of this country that, look, okay, my Oga, General Buhari, was there for 8 years. We saw the mess. We saw the mess, the complete collapse of this nation. Okay, he's fresh, he's new there. Give him time. So that 1 year of grace has passed. And therefore, I said to other people that this next second year of his administration, we must feel the impact. We must see those terrible areas being reverted. And that come this time next year, partisan politics will start. And that is when we would really sit down and do an x-ray of every sector. Because so far, people are hungry, people are angry. Things are not going right. They tell us it is as a result of the poor performance of their party managers and the government managers in the last 8 years. He has just spent 1 year, so I want to excuse him for now. Is it in the economic sector, the agri sector, the infrastructural sector, even the income to our nation, the debt portfolio that this nation now has? It's so annoying that Nigeria has drifted so badly, so poorly. They created a Ministry of Humanitarian, whatever they call it. It was a shame. Collecting that humongous amount of money every 30 days to be distributed to the people. Where is the data that they used? Have they called the lady who was the minister to come and explain? And so many of these sectors, it's like we are completely in a doldrum. We've forgotten everything that is called the management of the resources for the betterment of the people. For God's sake, I have said to, my closed-door friends and outdoor friends that, look, let's give him 1 year of grace. That 1 year of grace has ended. Now, by this time next year, politics will start. That is when we will do an in-depth analysis into the management style of his administration. Because he wasn't the one that had been there for the last 8 years. But now the 9th year, no difference.
All right.
Everywhere you go, still the same.
All right. Chief George, interesting, because if I hear you, we should give the president another 1 year before we come back to evaluate, even though you had initially said 1 year. Right, okay, but the president did say that he was very aware of the situation on ground. He knew how bad the economy was. In fact, he said nobody should pity him. He took the job, knowing fully well the situation we're in. Are you not giving him a pass, an easy pass? Because he has made some, there have been some policy directions. If you look at the removal of fuel subsidy, he's come under quite a lot of criticism with regards to the way and manner it was handled. We look at the floating of the naira, the unification of the foreign exchange, its attendant effect on, on prices of goods, on inflation, and other things like that. These are some indications. We look at his appointment of his team. We look at some of the things that the team have done or haven't done. There's so many areas that we can look at, even in 1 year, because he has made some policies. Even if we're not able to fully evaluate, at least it would be a signal or an indication of the kind of government he will be running in the next at least the last 3 years that he has for the first term, in this first term. I'd like you to talk about those things in terms of the handling and the manner in which it is being done. And do you think he's on the right path to success or taking this economy out of the doldrums in the next 1 year?
Young lady, there's a hell of a difference. If you had been in government, national government, you know how long it takes you. He had never served at that level. He had never served at that level. And he was, you would have said they were all part of the same party that formed the government. There's a hell of a difference of taking over and now leading the team. I am being fair to my conscience and to my creator. I want to be fair. He has had that holiday 1 year of trying to study, of trying to know what happened, why did this happen, why didn't we were able to handle the oil sector, the gas sector, where are those leakages? I have given him that 1 year of grace because now he has seen it. He has lived there. I expect all his ministers to have come back with a report in 1 year, those areas of lapses. Now, I said, even when Baba became president in 1999 when he won, the first 1 year, he was still grappling and rolling and trying to find out what happened here, what didn't happen there, why did this happen, why should we go this way and not that way. So by now, he would have collated all those areas because we can't see any serious impact in any sector. Somebody will give you this story today, another one will repeat. So where are we? Look at the fuel subsidy. They said some will come up and say, oh, there was no oil subsidy. Some will come and tell you, yes, there was subsidy. Some said they have mortgaged the sale of our crude oil for 15 years. Some said 5 years. We don't know where we are. And I am not bringing a political attack now. I want to give him that chance because, there is an old saying, let those of us at this age give our best of today so that there can be much better time for tomorrow. So we've given him.
Okay,
we will see which direction. I told you that people are still hungry. people are angry, and so nothing has moved. Okay. Nothing.
Okay, sir. Baba, sir. This is your son, Rufai.
Amio.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. But, sir, I will have to be firm,
Thank
sir.
you.
I will have to be firm. Sir, this was the same President Tinubu that your famous question is, he should tell us his name, his primary school, who owns Alpha Beta, and all of that. So you've forgiven him for all of that. Is it because the APC sent some people to come and meet you before inauguration day? Because we noticed is after that meeting, although you denied that there was no agreement to, you've suspended after that meeting. You have turned Baba, the narrative have turned to Omowani Ejoshi. Is that it, my daddy? Is that the situation of things? Baba SMP. No, let me finish, daddy. Because all of a sudden, now you are saying really. 1 year is not a good scorecard. Is it when politicking starts in 2 years' time?
Not yet.
That would be a good scorecard when people are hungry, inflation. You are just saying that on the side. But I can see that you are stylishly still exonerating Tinubu and saying, no, you know, how many is that the case, my daddy?
No. People, no. You know, what I am saying is that let us be fair. Somebody ran this nation for 8 years. 8 years of absolute mismanagement. The former head of state was my guy in the military. We respect our seniors. But that what they caused this nation in the 8 years, you can't expect somebody, even if we had won the election, it would have been near impossible. Because first of all, you want to find out what did they do, how did they do it? That's why I said we must give our best of today so that tomorrow will be better. I am giving them that open, that the opportunity to correct. We hadn't seen any impact of what they are doing. So I called it the learning curve. Because if he was part of that administration, he will have no excuse not to immediately start changing certain policies. But let's give him that time. I'm not begging for him. Let us be fair.
Okay,
all right?
Chief
they
Judge.
got through that. We
Judge.
told them that the election, the way we went through, there are so many things that must be revisited. Our constitution is not the right type of constitution this nation will have. We have kept on saying that. It's not working. Number two, the economic indices are frightening. Look at the inflation rate. It's rising. Now, what exactly is our debt portfolio? How much money are we owing? And we are still borrowing.
Chief.
So you see, yes, so Mr. Abati, I want to be very fair. Yes, we had discussions. You said, give us time. We will see what we will do to assuage this and assuage that. We are all waiting.
Okay.
We are all waiting. I said before that I bring in Bola, and Abuja is not Lagos. Abuja, the experience he had in his life was Lagos. Lagos is not Abuja. Abuja is a different ball game. So let's see. By this time next year, you will hear from our party.
Okay.
I can bet you that, because we have given him enough time to have seen all the flaws and then try to make amends so that we can move forward.
Okay, Chief Judge.
Abati.
Yeah, okay.
Over to you.
Look, the Northern Elders Forum, they are saying something different. They're saying that, in fact, in 1 year, the Tinubu administration has not even shown that he's interested in running Nigeria. The people of the Southeast also have issues with how the Nnamdi Kanu matter has been handled. You said Abuja is not Lagos. When the APC and President Tinubu were campaigning, what we were told is that Tinubu has done it in Lagos. He will do it in Abuja. That's precisely what we were told. And the campaign line was that, look, a man who is the godfather of Lagos and has been running Lagos forever, which you oppose, that when he gets to Abuja, he will do the same thing. Now, so you are now making excuses that, 1 year is not enough. Is it because he's a Yoruba man?
No.
And is it because, hold on, you said, let's wait till the second year. The same Tinubu that people said, no, is a knowledge worker who knows to identify talents. Where are those talents? Whether from Lagos or from elsewhere. So that's a big question. It's not enough to just say, let's give him another 1 year. The second question is that, will you now be willing, look, hold on, sir, will you now be willing to be maybe work for Tinubu or be an advisor to him? And if not, if you say, at this age, you cannot do that, what are those priorities that you think he needs to worry about so that by 1 year's time, we will be able to say, President Tinubu has done so well. Something like creating regional government, for example, and making Lagos State a part of the Western region.
Ruben, let me be frank. You know, I am a Christian, and I have, I thank God Almighty that I was brought up in that direction. I also have members of my family who are Muslims, you know, so it doesn't really matter. But I thank God that I went through that training. When I was talking about him in Lagos, I meant it. He served for 8 years. The first few years we were watching him. But after some time, we knew that became his modus operandi. And that was why we went out and showed the people the flaws in his system. Now, I am saying, you know, he had never, I think the best he came close to government was when he had either 1 year or so in the Senate. Abuja is not Lagos, you know, because in say 1 hour on that seat, you will see Hausa Fulani man with his problem, the Beri people with their problem. You see the TV people with their problem. You see the Igbo man with his problem. You see the South man within 1 hour. You see the Yoruba man with his problem. And they are completely different. So you need the grace of God and your own brain to be able to manage this nation. And what are we working on? The system of governance in this country, the Constitution, is not acceptable. It is not working. It is like a military organization that only one man at the apex will take decision on everything you are doing. It is not possible. It is utter madness. And we've been shouting, let us revisit it. President Jonathan called for a review of that Constitution. We sat for 6 months. There was a report of the best way to move our nation forward. They are still all swimming in these polluted waters. It's not working. For God's sake, we need to restructure. You know, the base, the power comes from the base. The base is divided. They don't even know where to turn, who to meet. The governor said, it's not our fault. You go to Abuja every month. Look at the Lagos, for example, is the largest in population in this country. It is also the largest electoral body in Nigeria. How many local governments do we have? 20. Ogun State, that is not even 1/4 of the population of Lagos, also has 20 local governments. Kano, we are more populated than Kano. Kano has 44. Jigawa, that was carved out of Kano, has 26. The imbalance is so depressing. And the representation at the National Assembly is the same. So the need to revisit, and the report is there. President Jonathan presented the report of that committee to President Buhari. He is still in the archives. Let them get it out. Go and look for it. Go. Look at the insecurity in the land. I'm not saying he has resolved it, but I expected that this first 1 year, all those areas, he would have brought out all the facts to know so that he's prepared to start correcting from the second year. And that's what I'm saying. I want to be fair, because I have served in so many places, and the first few months you say, if he had not been there, there is no magic. But now he has been there on that seat for 1 year, there will be no excuses. He himself has accepted that all is not well, which is, that's what we are going to take him on. All is not well. That was the report he himself gave. He said people should please hold on, wait. We, as politicians, we give him the second year, we will see. By this time next year, politics will start. He will have no excuse to cover up anything. Because you said, what about this his appointees? His appointees, what are they doing? He himself told them that they should go and start talking to the people. It's an admission that all is not well. I'm not pretending, and I can never. But I want to be fair.
Well,
Give him, that 1 year is gone. That's the learning curve.
Well, Chief,
everything has to be revisited.
Chief, we get your point about fairness.
That's what I'm saying.
I try to check my phone. Some people are saying, well, they are happy that you are no longer planning to relocate to Ghana. At least you've given another 1 year. Because you once said famously that if Tinubu won, you will relocate. So people are now saying, we thank God, Chivola Bode will still be in Nigeria for at least the next 1 year. We don't know whether next year, if Tinubu does not perform, you will relocate.
No, you know why? You know why? There was a discussion. They came to me. The Almighty God himself forgives us. They came to me, my aburo from my state, Femi, the chief of staff, came to me. I said, Femi, any problem? He said, he wanted to see me, sir. I was like, okay, sit down. What is it? He said, political. My Oga sent me. I said, wait, if it's political, let me get some of our people to be seated. So he said, look, sir, let's cool down. Let's calm down. Because they knew, and we came for them to ask me to forgive that they knew they offended me. What was my crime in MPA? It's not only their party that created it. Even members of our party, out of pettiness, jealousy, innuendos, inhuman thinking, hatefulness, for what? They said we split contract. Which contract? The man who even wrote that judgment for to be read was my senior in secondary school. But I have seen the glory of the Almighty. Everybody, one by one. For example, Bode Judge and others versus federal government. How did that case come to Lagos judiciary? How did he come? We hired lawyers. They couldn't see that. I'm not a lawyer, you see? So it's a learning process for me. And if you have gone through that, to go through that tunnel of tribulation, and you still trust in your Almighty God, you will get out on the highway that is useful, that is peaceful. And so this question of trying to go to Ghana or go to honestly, I meant it. But I haven't done that. With Papa Lucy is from my local government. He also came with Justice Olorun Nimbe. So if elders waded into it, am I God?
Even God forgives us, sir. God forgives us all.
He said, okay.
Well, thank you, Chief.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Eshe Baba.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you.